Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. This is Pradeep and you're watching Vlog of Note. So now finally we know why the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 is going to be called the T860 and not, as is obvious, the T855. Let's get started. So there are a couple of stories which all tie into this. The first one is the Note 10 SM970F, which just yesterday leaked on Geekbench with a single core score of 4500 and a multi-core score of finally above 10,000. This is the Exynos 9825, which is a better version than the Exynos 9820 found on the Samsung Galaxy S10. Now, Samsung hasn't done this for the last 3 years, released a flagship Exynos processor in the same year over the Samsung Galaxy S series, and it's amazing. See, the Exynos 9820 wasn't a bad processor, but there were a lot of users who were comparing it to the Snapdragon 855 and couldn't help but feel a little bit disappointed. Samsung has heard your prayers. This is almost comparable to the iPhone XR with the A12 chip, which has a single core score of 4700 and a multi-core score of just about 11,000. Keep in mind that this is pre-release benchmarking, and the Samsung Galaxy Note 10, when it launches on August 7th, 2019, will probably be at least as good as the A12 chip. The second story is just yesterday, Qualcomm announced the Snapdragon 855 Plus. Again, this is something that they haven't done since the Snapdragon 821 versus the Snapdragon 820 in that year. You see, last year, a lot of brands like the Asus ROG Phone and a couple of other gaming phones were starting to overclock the Snapdragon 845 processor using external cooling and some other CPU tweaking. Qualcomm has decided that this year, they themselves will do the overclocking. So the Snapdragon 855 Plus isn't actually a new processor, but an overclocked version of the Snapdragon 855. It has the same Kryo 485 CPU, which is now clocked at 2.96 GHz as opposed to 2.84 GHz, and it has the same Adreno 640 GPU, which a lot of you know and love, but now it's 15% faster. So a lot of Android phones launching in the second half of 2019 will finally be able to play PUBG Mobile and other games at more than 30 FPS. And true to form, Asus has announced that the ROG Phone II, launching next week, will be the world's first phone with the Snapdragon 855 Plus processor, and hopefully it will have an AMOLED 120Hz display. How do I tie all of this into the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6? Well, this leak from Sam Mobile says that the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 will have the code name SMT860 and SMT865, which is rather odd because we know that it will have the Snapdragon 855 processor, and last year the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4 had the model number SMT835 because it had the Snapdragon 835 processor. Now it looks like that the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 will actually have the Snapdragon 855 Plus processor or X processor, making it the world's most powerful Android tablet ever and pretty close to what I would consider the perfect tablet period. Unfortunately, however, it means that this Geekbench score which recently surfaced of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 rocking the Snapdragon 855 is probably not accurate, but this gives you one more reason to hold out for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6, the perfect Android tablet. That's about it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends who are looking to buy a tablet, comment down below, subscribe to Vlog of Note on YouTube, ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video, and I will see you guys in the next one.